Use my pods.
No, well, my phone's it's charging right now, so anyways.
Use my here. We'll listen to music together.
Boo!
No, we never listen to the same music together.
Copyright infringement.
No. Put your AirPods in. What do you want to listen to?
You're missing an AirPod.
I have one in here, stupid. What do you want to listen to?
Put on some Biking by Frank Ocean.
Do you want to just put that bitch on loop?
Maybe not on loop. Just put that thing on
and see where we go.
Absolutely.
Sounds good to me, man. How's your day been?
I did nothing all day. I actually had free lunch too.
Oh yeah, you were off today.
Oh yeah, you were off today.
Dude, I totally forgot. I've had a busy day.
I was off today. Went to work because they were making brisket.
We did, dude.
Got free lunch.
That brisket wasn't bad.
It was all right. It wasn't too bad.
I ate it, and they were like, "So, Derek, what did you think?" Like the first bite I took, like when we first got there, and I was like, "What's the whitest thing I could say?" So I looked at Pete, and it was dead in the eye, and I was like, "A bit spicy, isn't it?" And then Liz was like, "What?" And Pete was like, "Well, yeah, I did put some spices in there," and I was like, "No, dude, I just thought it'd be funny because y'all be like, oh, look at this white guy."
He was like, "Oh, I put this in, man." He was asking as soon as I got there, he's like, "What do you think of it? What do you think of it?" I was like, "It's pretty good. It tastes like my mom." I was like, "So what's that supposed to mean?" "It's pretty good." He's like, "Okay, thank God." I put oranges, I put lemon. I was like,
he was like, "I was up early this morning." I was like, "Nice." And then I brought cookies, and they were like, "Tell me about your grandma." And I was like, "Dude, my grandma's a gangster. My grandma's a fucking G."
Put weed in her cookies.
Dude, I'm telling you, she made. I gotta get that. I can get that. I have the recipe. I just need that butter, and I put the butter in there instead of her butter, bro.
Imagine getting everybody high at work.
It would be the funniest thing because all day today they were like, "Oh man, like any of these cookies got stuff on them, ha ha ha," and I was like, ha ha, they don't, and then like, I won't say names, but
no names,
but
three of them,
three of them were like, but you should, and I was like, literally anytime I've talked about like any sort of paraphernalia around them, they always get super weird about it. But they were like, "Dude, we do edibles at work and hang out," and I was like, "This is weird."
They would not be able to.
I was like, "This is weird." Like, I was like, literally any other time, y'all could come over and we'll do that, and we'll just have a great time, and we'll vibe. But they were like, "Dude, oh man, I want to be high at work. I want to try that," and I was like, "You should try to be high normally first."
Imagine them high at work.
Imagine them high, dude. They don't listen to this, so it's fine. But I think Pete would be super funny high. Dude, I wonder if this is interesting for the people listening. I know we never did an official intro, but this probably isn't interesting to y'all at all.
This is the intro. Wait, another day, another podcast. I'm Chris.
Dude, we just using that as a cold open?
Yeah, it's a cold open. Whatever.
And it's your boy Derek coming at you from Chris's fucking kitchen table.
And we're still having audio problems. We just don't have two mics. We're on the one mic. Planning to get two mics. I'm gonna buy a music interface.
Two more weeks.
That wasn't Raheem.
Raheem, the boy Raheem. Shouts him, dude. What's up, Raheem?
He's not listening.
He's not, but dude, I'll text him. Yo, Raheem, I'm gonna text you. If you get this far, text me back. If not, then I know you didn't listen, and I'll feel upset.
You don't care.
Also, stop leaving your ID at the pawn shop. It's like it's like 3 times. Last time he came in, Raheem's this guy that comes at the pawn shop, and he's super cool. But last time he came in, he left his microphone also that he just bought, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta run out. I got his number because he's working on music, so I had to call him, and I was like, yo, Raheem. I was like, it's your boy. I need you to turn around because I got your mic. And he was like, oh shit. And then he turned around and he came in. I gave him the mic. And then like 7 minutes later, I realized he left his ID. And I was like, I'm not going to make him come back out here.
He's notorious for leaving his ID. He's like the most like, what's his name, or his last name Smith?
Don't say his actual last name on the internet.
I don't care.
Oh my, he might, and I told him to listen to it. So now, if he gets Raheem this far in the video, he's gonna be like, these guys that I don't know have just said my full legal name on Raheem last name.
I won't say his address.
Retracted. He's super cool and he's working on music, and you should come on the podcast and talk about your music.
Wasn't he the guy that offered us to make the podcast better?
I don't think that was him. I think that was a different... Not make the podcast better. You're talking about the guy who came and talked about doing all the audio engineering, right? Yeah.
Oh, well. One day we'll get a better setup.
Yeah.
I really want a better setup.
I mean, we're gonna get one for sure. It's just right now we gotta deal with what we gotta deal with. There's a lot of stuff going on right now in the world, Chris.
First world problems, man.
First world
problems. How hard is it to get a podcast set up?
Probably
when there's people out there starving.
Dude, hey. So here we are. We've done our little cold intro, and now we're just here hanging out. You wanted to talk about some stuff today, Chris?
I want to talk about Apex Legends.
Hit me with Apex Legends. What about it, buddy?
We're on the grind to what? Okay, so 3 people. So me, Samuel, and Pelon. Grinding to go to Apex Predator, but when we're all night here, we still play and still try to grind Apex Predator, and we still haven't got there yet. Because only top 500 players in the world get to Apex Predator.
That's true.
Are we top 500? Not yet.
Probably not.
Not yet.
Probably not. Dude, so a little story about me playing with them with Apex. So I don't know where this perceived notion came from that I was bad at video games. People look, I'm a little fat white dude. I'm like, people think that I'd be.
You have nothing else better.
Exactly. People would be like, "That's a guy who should be good at video games." But people think I'm bad at video games, and I don't understand why. And then whenever I play video games and I do good, people are like, "Oh my god, Derek! Like, this is your game," and I'm like, "No, I'm just good at video games." So the first time I played Apex with Chris and Samuel, the first time I really played it and we did ranked. I hard carried.
You didn't hard carry.
I was
You didn't hard carry me. I carry my weight.
I was kill leader.
You had 6 kills. I had
3
4
games
kills.
and we won 2 of them.
You had 1,000 damage.
I think you had more damage than I did. Yeah. But you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like Samuel fucking sucks.
Samuel's pretty good.
He doesn't listen to this podcast. We need to talk about things that people can relate to, Chris, because we are now, how far into this video?
7 minutes.
We are 7 minutes, and we have talked about nothing that nobody else has any interest in.
Oh, yeah? I have something.
Hit me with it.
Cancel culture. I wasn't aiming at the mic. I literally talked down right here.
Oh,
I wasn't even talking at the mic.
I thought you were coming in for a really weird headbutt, and I was like, this is slow.
Fuck cancel culture. Cancel culture sucks balls. And here's why.
Okay. Well, before you tell me or explain why cancel culture sucks balls, maybe you should explain what cancel culture is, because it was a term I was completely foreign to until you told me about it.
No way.
Yeah, I never heard of cancel culture.
Cancel culture is just trying to cancel somebody out of existence. You could have said something totally out of line 10 years ago. You could have been 12. You could have been 15. You could have been 8. You could have been 30. You're totally a different person than from who you were from the last time you said that.
But
and people will dig up those old tweets or those old messages that you said, and they will blast it out on social media. And you will receive death threats. You will get canceled out of existence. And I don't think people should be doing that over their past mistakes.
I don't think so either. I mean, it's like...
And it is so dumb. And cancel culture is slowly declining. It's increasing, but their effectiveness in getting somebody canceled has been declining. Because they're fucking ass. You can't cancel somebody who doesn't give a shit. That's all I gotta say.
Like us. You think you could ever get canceled?
Oh, fuck no. I wouldn't give a shit.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't, and they're like, "Oh, you
but
said
is
this
it like
10 years ago."
Is it like when James Gunn got fired from Marvel for those weird
That's
tweets?
canceled. Joe Rogan currently is getting canceled. Dave Chappelle has been canceled 5 times. He can't. He's the first person that stood up to cancel culture.
Is he?
And he absolutely just rock bottomed them.
Just said, "Can't cancel me, motherfucker."
He actually, and he said it on his special, and people reacted like, "Oh, you can't say that." Too bad, motherfucker. I'm trying to do his voice. You can't cancel somebody who generally does not care. You're limiting their freedom of speech by trying to cancel somebody of what they said. I don't know, but you're not really supposed to judge people off their past mistakes. So.
No, for sure. I mean, people as time goes on, people grow as people. They mature more. Ideas change, philosophies change, ideals change. Stuff like that. People learn new things about themselves and the world. So I don't think. I think that some of the stuff if it's really bad, I feel like somebody should I feel like you should at least acknowledge it. Be like, listen, I apologize if I upset anybody, but I feel like the people that are canceling them and like calling for it is ridiculous. The idea that people like attack them for it and like they affect people. James Gunn lost his job. He got fired,
and then he didn't give a shit.
He didn't, and then he went to DC.
Wanted him back, and immediately. But they didn't make the announcement public till 3 months after he really got hired.
Yeah, I was like, I think they like hired him like under the table, and then they announced it like 3 months later. They were like, hey. Guess who's doing Guardians 3? And we were like, nah, that's who we wanted to do Guardians 3.
The only reason why Disney fired him is for political gain.
Yeah, just so they could like write it off, get done with him.
Yeah, we heard your voice. He said something stupid like 25 years ago, 10 years ago. He's fired. He's losing everything.
Mm-hmm. But honestly, I think it was a really good job by Disney. Because here's why, okay? Guardians of the Galaxy, they were able to delay and rewrite, so they have to work that in somehow, which I'm sure blew. But other than that, James Gunn went out and he did what? He did 2 movies in his absence. He did Brightburn. Fantastic. You ever see Brightburn?
He didn't direct it, though.
Yes,
he
did.
Producer.
No, I think he directed it.
That's his brother who directed it.
Sean Gunn? No, Sean Gunn is...
Dude, no.
Sean Gunn's the actor. Sean Gunn's Kraglin in the movies.
No, I know that.
James Gunn did Brightburn.
I thought he was a producer, not a director.
I think he directed it. I think he did.
Check on your phone.
I'll check on my phone. You entertain the masses while I do that.
Anyways, I think cancel culture should only exist for people who...
No, not Brookeburn.
Are pedophiles, child rapists, people who
written
rape
by
people.
them. He wrote it.
Okay.
He wrote it.
Fuck bitch.
I apologize. But he's doing Suicide Squad.
Good. He's doing good.
Doing Suicide Squad.
Not a big fan of Suicide Squad.
Well, I don't like Suicide Squad either, but he's making the second one, and John Cena's going to be in it, bro.
We love John Cena. John Cena, if you're ever listening to this, please come on the podcast.
Chris used to wear jorts.
I used to wear jean shorts
because of
every
John
day.
Cena.
I had all the shirts, hustle, loyalty, respect. Had the wristbands too. I was John Cena. I was his biggest fan. Too bad I only seen him once.
You only saw... I think I've only seen him in person. Like, I've never met him.
I've never met him.
But I think I've only been to like 3. I've been to like 4 wrestling events, 5 wrestling events, and I think I've only seen him at like 2 of them.
I was it was SmackDown or Raw. I forgot which one. It was in Houston.
Uh-huh.
It was like a triple threat match. Him, The Big Show, and Edge.
Uh-huh.
And he put all of them on his shoulder. Both of them on his shoulder.
That's nuts.
Attitude adjustment.
Could you imagine, dude? That's gotta be 700 plus pound of man. Dude, we hit that gym today, and like I was doing my curls with my little like 35s, and I was like,
Going to the gym has been great.
It has been, dude. I'm so happy it's open 24 hours now because we put in a solid session, and I didn't feel rushed. Normally, I'm like, oh man, we gotta be fast.
Let's go.
We gotta be fast. But like today, now that it's 24 hours, like I took my time. We just, dude,
and it was an empty gym.
It was so empty. It was the most relaxed. It was the most relaxed workout we had, but I feel like it was like our most intense. Like it was our most demanding for sure.
Isn't an empty gym like one of the best feelings,
bro?
Yeah, you have no eyes judging you. I was doing stupid shit. I was like, hey, like don't do what I'm doing. I'm just testing it out.
At one point, I thought I ripped my jeans, and instead of I was like, hold up, let me to check. Let me run my finger across my ass crack, and I was like, sweet, nobody's here to see that I could do it and not feel judged.
He was like crouching like a frog, and he was touching his ass. I was like, what are you doing?
Check to see if I had a rip in there.
I was like,
I did not.
This guy's weird.
I did not rip my pants.
I did not.
I didn't. No, I touched my assholes for sure, but I didn't rip my pants.
This guy.
Hey man, but it was crazy, dude. We went off. That gym doesn't know what hit it when we show up.
It doesn't.
It has no idea
know how
what
to
to
react.
do. It doesn't.
Man, but I just want to say one last thing about cancel culture.
Hit me with it. It's the worst. What?
You're slowly declining because you're like 5 out of 100.
Yeah. How does it feel being irrelevant?
Bitch.
Hashtag cancel best buds. Could you imagine getting canceled with less than 100 subscribers?
Dude. Hey, that would give us more bad publicity is good publicity.
Dude, you know what we should do? We should throw this bitch on Reddit. Like, you know, we'll
if you
say,
do that,
say something super offensive right now that'll like get to the top page of Reddit. Say something right now. Don't drop. It's something controversial. Don't say anything that's going to get us in actual trouble. Just say something very controversial so the internet can make fun of you and put it on Reddit. This is the secret to fame right here. Hit me with it.
I'm gassed up like a Jew, you know me.
Oh, I was talking more like a controversial opinion, not a controversial saying. Oh goodness!
I'm not gonna say anything about. I'm not gonna say. anything about.
This is it. This is where you're wrong, and this is your big controversial statement. Chris isn't excited for Pokemon Snap.
Okay, that's not controversial at all.
It is. Everybody's excited for it. You're a stupid piece of shit.
Animal Crossing sucks.
Oh my god, you don't really...
The Last of Us Part 2 sucks.
You don't think that.
Red Dead Redemption sucks. GTA sucks.
That's a lie. Take it back.
Every game you've ever played sucks. PlayStation 4 sucks. Xbox One is pretty good.
Shouts Bill Gates. If you want to send us an Xbox, buddy.
There was a conspiracy theory I was reading.
Hit me with it.
Steve Jobs died of AIDS.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, well,
because they were hiding his death. Like, I don't know if...
Why does
did
it
he have
matter?
a wife or not?
I don't know.
No, because that... And then right after he died, they did the red... they started doing the red phones.
Okay.
And that they would donate to, like, charities of... or organization of charities that would...
Well, good. I don't see why it's a conspiracy.
Well, it's because they try to hide it.
Why?
I don't know why they tried. That's why it's conspiracy. They try to hide it.
Oh, well,
I know it's not a big deal.
I just don't understand why they would try to hide that. That's what I can't wrap my brain around. Like, I don't see why they wouldn't be like, yeah, he died of AIDS, and that's why we're gonna like make that a focus of the company. That makes no sense.
I think at the time, right when he passed, was when gay wasn't as being gay or
wasn't
as acceptable as it is.
But I don't think you can get. I think that there's other ways. I think straight people can get AIDS.
No, I know that, but the underlying like example is that when
people think AIDS, they think gay guys.
Gay guys,
right?
So I'm thinking that's maybe why. Because they hit something the reason.
I got canceled. Dude, I almost let something slip, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh my god, like that would put us on Reddit for sure.
You know what we should do?
What should we do?
We should act like we're Republicans and just agree with them, build up a following, and just start like showing our true selves about being left, like moderate Democrats, piss off all the Republicans, and then that's how we'll get blown up.
Well, see, here's what I consider myself moderate Republican.
Okay, well, I'm moderate Democrat,
and that's fine. I think that
let's act as hardcore Republicans.
Okay. Well, why wouldn't we work the other way? I mean, I don't care. I'll totally do it. I didn't mean to touch you, gay ass.
Fucking bitch.
Step out of here, fucking putting your feet on my feet. Excuse me? He said something. He mouthed something that would have gotten us canceled, guys. Canceled. I almost said your actual name. You know what? We said Raheem's last name. Cancel Chris Diaz.
That's not even my real name.
Juan Guatemala. Christopher Ricardo Garcia Diaz.
Okay, Mr. Derek, I eat mayonnaise out the jar. Werner. One time, true story. Second time I ever met him, he came to my house and he was digging through the fridge, asking for a spoon and a jar of mayonnaise.
That's not true. That's not true. I would never. I hate mayonnaise.
I was like, why is he doing this? He was like, bro, I might, bro.
I hate mayonnaise and I hate mayo. I guess it's the same. I also hate Miracle Whip. If it's a white schmear, not into it. Across the board.
White schmear?
Including sour cream. Fuck sour cream. Said it.
Chris, sour cream is alright. I don't really care. I hate sour. I don't like it. I'm not gonna hate it, but it only goes for certain foods.
Liz came to me today and she was like, "Hey, you like potato salad?" I was like, "Nah," and she was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "I'm sorry." She's like, "I bought a potato salad because I knew Ophelia liked it."
She made a potato salad.
She's like, "I made a potato salad because Ophelia liked it, and I thought you'd like it." And I was like, "Why did you think I'd like it?" Why, Liz?
Because you're white.
Is it because I'm white?
Yeah, that's why.
That seems a bit racist, doesn't it?
Doesn't count if it's towards white people. It doesn't count if it's towards white people.
How true.
But no. I do have to say something about her potato salad.
Was it fire? Oh my god, it wasn't.
The potato salad consisted of potatoes, mayonnaise, celery, onions, and carrots.
Okay. What does a normal potato salad have?
Potato salad consists of potatoes, mustard, pickle relish, eggs, mayonnaise.
Okay. Like
salt,
egg salad.
Salt, pepper.
Also don't like egg salad.
So fucking white, dude.
Was it not good?
Sounds about white. Okay. It was like a Colombian potato. I've had potato salad like that before.
Uh-huh.
They're not my favorite.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, since it has carrots and celery,
it's good for you.
I hate celery.
Oh.
But the thing is, it adds texture.
Uh-huh.
So it's not just smush.
Right. It's got that little bit of crunch. That crunch.
This fucking guy.
Alright, finish up with the potato salad.
I told her.
We're all on the edge of our seat.
I told her. I was like, Liz, I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's not great.
She was like, what? I was like, this is a solid 6. You should have seen her face.
Was she upset?
I was like, well, here are the reasons why. I don't like celery. She was like, okay. That was it.
I can't believe you disrespected her like that.
I have a question for people that are actually still listening 20 minutes in.
The people in the audience. Raheem, we're looking at you.
What would y'all think about a conspiracy episode?
Or we just go
about conspiracies.
There's some crazy conspiracies.
What?
9/11 being an inside job.
It is an inside job.
I don't know.
Jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams.
That's true. It doesn't.
And how did both of the towers collapse? It doesn't work like that.
I don't know. I just don't understand what would have been gained from that.
Starting a war and gaining a lot of oil fields. All about oil.
Earl?
Bitch, we cooking.
With
you
Earl?
haven't seen that? No.
I haven't.
It's a Dave Chappelle skit. And it's like George, they're making fun of 9/11.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, so why did you attack the Saudis of oil? I was like, why was 9/11 about oil? He was like, oil? Bitch, we cooking? It was something like that. Y'all should watch that skit. It's one of the funniest. That's why he's one of the greatest.
Have you ever seen? Oh, I can't remember the channel's name. I'll find a link and I'll put it in the description. I think it's called Awesome Cartoons or something like that. But it's just like really weird, like animated like skits like that, and it's ridiculous. And they had one where it was like these two little kids like on Halloween, and they like open, they like, knock on the door, and like this old black man is open up, and they're like trick or treat, and he's like, oh, look at you. Oh, what are you supposed to be? And then one's like, I'm a princess, and the other one's like, I'm a marine biologist. He's like, a marine biologist. Hoorah! And then he's like, you want a Butterfinger? How about a Snickers? You want a Snickers? It's so fucking funny, dude. I'll show it to you after
Another
this.
controversial statement.
Hit me with it.
Whoever likes Butterfingers, you have absolutely no taste buds. Or none that exist.
Boo!
Butterfingers are the worst type of candy in the history of candies.
No. Let me get up in this mic for a second.
Boo!
Shut up.
Fuck Butterfingers.
I'm talking. No.
Right,
Butterfingers are a top 5 in the candy world, and they're really underrated. But the most underrated chocolate bar, and it's the best chocolate bar by far, Almond Joy.
Alright, guys.
Suck
so
my dick.
That's another episode.
Dude, do you not like Almond Joys?
That's another episode.
No,
another
do you
day,
not like
another
Almond Joy? No, it's not.
Who the fuck likes Almond Joys? Nobody.
Dude, yeah, nobody likes Almond Joys. We like Almond Joys.
Almond Joys, whatever the fuck you want to call it, that fucking piece of shit bar, the one that they shat out themselves and labeled as Almond Joy.
Yeah, dude.
No,
dude, that bar goes hard. You want to, dude?
It's literal shit. The guy was eating Hershey chocolate bars and some almonds. He shat it out.
Some almonds.
Put it in a fucking package.
Yeah.
Labeled it Almond Joy.
Almond.
And sold that bitch.
Yeah, but
and people like you like it.
It's delicious, dude.
That's
you don't like cocoa nuts?
Oh my god,
Chris, do you not like coconuts?
That's so like that.
You don't like
Almond Joy is
coconut?
disgusting.
Almond Joy's.
It's disgusting. I honestly, God, don't know one person that's like that other than you.
Dude, Almond Joy's
and
really good.
What? Everybody who I've ever asked have been people of color.
Okay, that's fine.
White people like Almond Joy.
That's just a coincidence. Dude, no, Almond Joys are great. One last thing before we finish the episode off. Alright, what 24 minutes? We can talk about it.
No,
and if we need to extend it, we can extend it.
Absolutely.
We have a good flow going right now. Tomorrow is Father's Day. Anything you have to say to your pops?
There are fathers out there that push boundaries and explore and set new tones.
Okay.
In barbecuing.
And that's your dad?
Well, I will say something about my dad. He is the hardest working guy I know.
Mm-hmm.
He worked 3 jobs up until like 40, and then he would work 2 jobs, and he's turning 60 this summer.
And he's still working 2. Oh, really?
Yeah.
On Father's Day?
He's still working 2 jobs.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. That's his
Dude, that's crazy.
It is crazy.
That's nuts.
Yeah, he's the hardest working guy I know. Been working 2 jobs like since forever. 3 jobs. He stopped at 40.
What does he do?
He's a truck driver of
Okay.
18-wheelers.
Uh-huh.
And he's a meat market manager for Fiesta.
Oh, okay.
So, on the days he doesn't work at Praxair, which are Saturday and Sunday, he goes and fucking works at Fiesta. Which is absurd, because he shouldn't be working like that anymore. He's 60.
But isn't Fiesta only like 2 weeks a year?
Stupid fuck. No, Fiesta is a supermarket, like, it's like an H-E-B. But it's only for Hispanics.
Oh, I thought
you did Fiesta for 2 weeks.
Dude,
my dad's in Houston. It's not in San Antonio. For people who don't know what Fiesta is,
it goes hard.
Fiesta is a San Antonio festival every year. I don't know how long it lasts. It's literally where San Antonio parties the whole 2 weeks.
Dude, it's so cool. I never last year I actually attended my first Fiesta.
I've never gone to Fiesta.
Bro, I had so much fun.
Bro.
I had so much fun. I was so excited for this year, and then
Coronavirus.
the Backstreet Boys. You can't call it that, Chris.
Why not?
You can't call it that on YouTube.
We're gonna get censored.
No, we're just gonna lose our monetization, and we're not gonna make our 3 cents off this video.
Jesus Christ, guys, we're gonna go broke. Download in Discord below. We don't have a Discord.
We don't.
We don't have anything set up to receive.
I don't understand how to use Discord. I've tried 19 times.
Me either.
It's so complicated and intimidating. Oh, hey.
But anyway,
talk about your dad. Finish your dad,
yeah.
and then I'm going to talk about my dad in a minute. But
My
finish
dad,
yours.
I don't know why he doesn't fucking bother to wear a mask.
Oh
Man, and when he gets sick, he gets sick. God forbid, knocking on wood.
You're like, Dad.
Something like that happens, and he's like, "Well, I'm fucking." Well, he says in Spanish, but he's like, "Well, I don't give a fucking shit. Oh, if I fucking die, I die."
Oh my goodness.
He's one of those guys. I don't know why, but
That's just how he is.
I learned a lot from him. I learned true definition of what's working hard and respecting. He's taught me a lot. He's my old man. We'll love him to death. Looking hopefully to going on like another vacation with him to spend some good time. But Dad, if you're listening, you're not. I'm gonna have to show this to you, and you're like, "What the fuck are you saying?"
He's gonna make fun of you for talking in English.
No, my dad doesn't give a fuck what I say. But I'm gonna show him this part. Well, cause he hates that I don't tell him in Spanish. But love you, Dad. Appreciate you. We're all rooting for you. You gotta retire already. You're 60. Take out your 401k. Write that bitch out.
And just
you don't gotta work for me. All right, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, dude. Matt,
love you,
shouts
Pops.
to Chris's dad. Good for you.
Hardest working guy I know.
I guess I'll talk about my dad for a second. My dad is the fucking coolest.
Ding 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 ding.
Yeah, no. My dad was super cool. Very similar to yours. That man put in work. When he was a cop, dude. I mean, I'm telling you, that guy was putting in work. I remember, one of my favorite memories I ever have of my dad. And it's super weird. I bet you he's not gonna remember this, and I'm gonna hit him with it. He's gonna be like, "Oh my god, I had no idea that had such an effect on him." I think I was 4, maybe 5. No, it had to be a little after that because he was married to my stepmom at the time, so I was 6, maybe 7. At the time, I was living at the haunted house.
Oh yeah, we talked about that in the second or third episode.
We did. What a plug that is.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. I was. He came in there. He came in my room. It's we would go downstairs, and there was an opening on the right, of the banister, right, so you could see into the living room and stuff like that. I remember he was like, "Hey, Derek, I need you to wake up, buddy. I got something for you downstairs." And I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever, Dad. I'll get there." And I turned the corner and I looked over and I saw him sitting there with the most beautiful husky dog I've ever seen in my entire life. And he rescued a husky that night while at work that he found and dealt with or whatever. And that was our dog Sadie. And dude, I don't know why, but that memory is so ingrained into my brain. It was one of the most favorite moments I remember of my dad, and just being oh my god, he did this. This is amazing. And he was like, yeah, I saved the dog, and he was telling me about it, and I was like, dude, and like from that moment, I was like, this guy's my hero, and then like, you know, we went on to the ranch, and like seeing how he interacted with animals, and like I think the reason I like want to do something with animals in my life, and like am so like into them, is because of like all the things, like all of my best memories with my dad are normally like closely related to, you know, the dog, when we had the ranch. Animals, yeah. So I think, like, that's why, but I mean, like you said, he was super hardworking. Honesty was a big thing. He would tell me, he was like, if a man doesn't have his word, you know, he doesn't have shit. So, like, you know, I try to be as honest and straight up as I can. Like, I'm going to reference back to the pawn shop. But yesterday I have a lady come in and she was not happy with me. I'm very sorry for whatever I did to upset you, lady.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
But at one point, she like looked at me and she was like, I don't know what the fuck your problem is with me, but I'm getting tired of it. And I was like, listen, lady, I have no problem with you. And she was like, doesn't seem that way. And I was like, if I had a problem with you, everybody in this entire store would know about it. Because I don't mince words.
I was there. I saw it.
I know, dude. I don't mince words. Like, if I was upset with her, I would have told her. And I feel like my dad, like, has really given me the confidence and, like, the ability to, like, have faith in what I'm saying and, like, hold myself to that, like, higher standard of accountability.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Dad. I'm going to call you today, of course. But he also texts me all the time. He's like, where's the podcast? And I'm like, we record it Saturday. It goes up Sunday. So today we're at the gym on Saturday. And he's like, well, waiting on that podcast. And I was like, Father.
It comes out Sunday, sir.
It comes out. I know we've been very inconsistent with that. But we shoot for Sunday. Also, Last of Us Part 2 isn't coming because we can't figure out how to record it. So.
It didn't want to connect.
So that fucking sucks.
Figure out a way.
We'll figure something out, though. We should do, like, a vlog once a week or something.
Shout out Derek's dad.
Shout out. Yeah, let me finish that. Dad, I love you. I have so much respect for you. You made me the man I've become today. For good and for bad, I guess. But I've learned so much from you. And you took such great care of me and James when we were, like, super young. And then after you got remarried, you still took amazing care of us and provided. Dude, there was a time there where he was working the oil field, and he would be off for 2 weeks, and he'd just be chilling at the house, and we'd go out, like, in the backyard, because we had, you know, the 1,000 acres. We would go out with, like, a metal detector and, like, dig up some old shit. We found some crazy shit back there. But then he would go work for, like, 18 days in a row at a fucking oil plant. Like, eating the shit and putting in the work.
Oil fields.
Yeah, like, I think it was like 18 or 20 days in a row, and then he'd be off for 2 weeks and be at the house. And, like, I remember that time was crazy. But I knew we were making money because we watched every wrestling pay-per-view, paid the full $60 for it, dude. Dad, man, I remember that. Dude, that shit was tight. We were in, like, the back part of the house. I was, like, 8. It'd be Sunday. It'd be my mom and my dad in the bed, and then I'd be like on the foot of the bed, and like I'd have my little siblings with me, and we just fucking chilled. And like that was a huge part of my childhood until I was like 12, and then like we just kind of stopped doing it. But I mean, you know, you grow up and we've watched other things like America's Got Talent and Big Brother.
Sounds about white.
Yeah,
about white.
I watch neither of those shows now. Not out of spite. It's just because I don't have cable.
Who owns cable?
Nobody owns cable. But yeah, Dad, love you, miss you, mad respect. You're the homie, literally the homie since day one. Thank you for housing me since I was living in your sack to the time I left the house.
Shout out Mr. Dirk-a-Dirk.
Mr. Dirk-a-Dirk.
I think that's gonna be his nickname. Your dad's nickname, Mr. Dirk.
Well, hey,
you're Dirk. You're Dirk.
And he's Mr. Dirk. Mr. Dirk is my father.
I think that's a good point to wrap up.
We finishing up?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, the puppies are going off.
Yeah.
Puppies are going off. Pause it for a second and then.
Like I was saying, wrapping up the episode.
Also, we paused it because the dog was freaking out, and then I said, "Hey, Chris," and he was like, "What's up?" And I was like, "You gonna shit yourself?" And then he looked at me and then let out the longest. It wasn't loud, and it didn't stink, but it was the longest,
most absurd,
and it was the sharpest. It was it was the sharpest fart I have ever heard, and the way that it like reverbed into the leather seat and then like filled the room. It was so bassy, but also super like high pitched.
Okay,
it was crazy. It was nuts, and I wish we would have recorded it. but I lost my. It was I lost my shit, but you literally lost it. But yeah. Oh, before we end it though, Chris. One last shout out. Myra.
Who's Myra, bro?
Myra's the lady from the pawn shop. Myra.
Myra.
My right fucking nut. Oh shit! End it.
Bye.